Howdy everyone, it's me once again, the one and only Killer Rodan. So today, of course, I'm still going to be talking about more Disney stuff and Christmas. So, yes, like I said before, this is my sneaky way to talk about more Disney stuff. Why? Because I felt like it. That's why. Anyway, I just thought I'd just do this, of course, because why not? It's the season after all. So I just thought I would review another Christmas themed episode here, folks. As for that's so Raven Escape Claus kind of a thing. Escape Claus is the name of the episode. So I just figured, I just thought, just to get in the spirit of stuff, of course, obviously, and I just thought this would be a good way just to be festive in my own way, obviously. I've been doing quite a bit of videos anyway, discussing Christmas in various ways, I suppose, in one way or another. But I just thought, just I'll do this again. Christmas themed episodes on other new and shows. That's been done like multiple times before, but so I just figured why not. And also the thing is that pause it. Let me get this out the way real fast. I don't want the entire video to be focused on this, but I just want to address something real quick. Yes, I do realize I'm fully aware of the fact that some individuals here had made questionable decisions in lives. And yes, they should be punished for said thing or two. Because no one is above criticism, okay?
You wait over here for the police.
I am not agreeing what they had done, and neither is Disney. Disney didn't twist their arm around, Disney didn't blackmail them into anything. And I'm not going to be one of those individuals that's going to be really pessimistic and think that the company, the studio, is up to no good, like behind closed doors to some kind of secret hidden agenda. I don't believe in all of that because they are fully grown adults. They are over 18 years of age. They are responsible for their own past mistakes. No one tricked them, no one brainwashed them. It's just them, okay? They made their own mistakes. All right, I'm not going to say what happened because I really don't want to age restrict this video. Yes, it's that bad. So I'll just leave it at that, all right? Like I said, I don't want the entire video to be focused on this. I just want to address the fact I know. Okay? So with that being said, let's just continue on with the rest of the video. All right? Here we go. So as I was saying, folks, yes, it's that time of the year. So I just thought might as well try to talk about different type of stuff and just trying to be happy about it and just enjoy the moment, of course. So anyway, of course, as always, let's talk about the plot, shall we? In this episode, yes, obviously, the character Raven, she has his powers, so she can see the future, and of course, she has to make sure that this bad thing will be prevented somehow. And this involves around some jewelry and whatnot, specifically a necklace. So the thing is that when Raven has this vision, receiving a necklace for Christmas, of course, and as tempting as that is, you shouldn't be opening it. Even if somebody had bought you like a really nice thing, obviously, yes, of course, you want to open it right away, like right then and there. You just want to open it, which is understandable, of course. And she opens it way too early, as you might expect, and decides to wear it. It's cool. Okay, not exactly the brightest move because what if something bad happens? Oh, what do you know? Something does happen. It ends up being thrown out a window and then breaking, as you might expect. And of course, it gets broken into a bunch of pieces. And of course, this goes into the whole thing where her classmates will have to come in and help her out and try to do something, of course. Trying to fix the situation by going to the mall and getting you one. And just do all of this before her family realize. And there's also this whole subplot where Corey gets Victor and this other character to pay him to wear this elf suit that becomes a part of the story. But ultimately, that's what this is about. That's what is centering around and whatnot. So anyway, ultimately, this was a pretty cheesy episode, really. I mean, of course, it's going to be trying to be heartwarming. Of course, you're going to have some kind of lesson, as you might expect. And It has like the very typical stuff you might expect from this kind of stuff. So it doesn't really do anything out of the ordinary, really. So okay, there's that, of course. But that's the thing, though. Like I said, it's cheesy. It's really cheesy. Oh, but it is basically one of the mill. It's a one up the mill kind of a thing. It doesn't do anything new, but it's okay. It's pretty alright, I suppose. And reportedly, this is Ravens, the actress, his whole favorite episode, and it took the longest to shoot for whatever reason. But she ended up liking this episode, so there you go. Good for her, I guess. And this is often considered to be the very first holiday episode of the TV show. So there's importance in that regard because of that. Character Raven just had to get impatient, which just caused this whole thing to occur because of that. And obviously, she felt kind of bad because of this. Maybe she shouldn't have done this, obviously. But there you go, the whole thing with the necklace and whatnot. So there you go. And yeah, this is definitely something I want to talk about. And to my knowledge, this is currently the only Christmas episode in the entire That's So Raven franchise altogether. Which seems kind of odd because you think they would have been more of this. Because, like I was saying earlier, when it comes to TV shows, they would easily do quite a few of these. The Simpsons alone have a ton, I do mean a ton of episodes centered around Christmas. So you think the same kind of thing would have been here, especially considering the fact that So Raven was actually pretty popular among viewers. I personally was never a fan, really, and just throwing it out there. I just want to do this just for Christmas, and that's it. Those chances are I don't want to ever discuss this show ever again. I mean, unless there's like a specific reason, I would talk about it. Otherwise, I'm not. Like I said, unless there's like a very specific reason, I would. This is probably going to be the first and only time I talk about this. Unless, again, there's a specific reason for me to do it. I mean, yes, there was that controversy that occurred, like I mentioned earlier. I'm not going to say exactly what it was, really, because I don't want to age restrict this. But that aside, yes, that's a part of it. That makes me want to talk about it even less, honestly. But fact of the matter is that I was never a fan of the show anyway. I'm never a huge fan of the show to begin with. And like I was saying earlier, I'm only doing this just because of the fact that it's Christmas. And because it's Disney. Really, that's it. That's literally it. I mean, granted, I could talk about this ages ago because this episode isn't exactly new. It's quite old, actually. But, however, I just figured I'd just do this just to be trying to be festive in some ways. Like I was saying earlier, just trying to get in the spirit of things, obviously. So this just seemed like a good way to talk about, the lights, the ornaments, the nicely decorated houses, stuff like that. Just get in the mood of things and just how it can be fun for a lot of people. I can see why a lot of people would enjoy this holiday. I mean, it's not for me, really. I have to be honest, it's not really for me, really. But I can see why people like it. Good for you, I guess. If you like the holiday, more power to you. But altogether, I can say the acting was decent, I suppose. The jokes don't really land, but it was pretty corny. I can see what was the target audience for this, and I can see why they would like it. It's more for them, really. I've seen far worse than this, but ultimately, I thought this was alright. It was okay. So it was just a one-time thing for me. I'm not gonna be talking about this ever again. This is gonna be a one-time watch for me. That's it. I'm not gonna be reviewing on this episode again. Or I know sometime I might review special editions of movies. I'm not gonna redo that with shows really. I might talk about special editions of movies I've already reviewed. I'm not gonna do the same thing with shows. I mean, I probably could, I guess, if I feel like it. I guess if I feel like it, suppose. Whatever. Anyway, so if you're a fan of the show and you want to watch something festive, I guess you already saw this already. I guess you could watch it again if you want to. I suppose. Whatever. If you're up for it, I guess. But anyway, I'll give this episode an overall rating of a 5.5 out of 10. It's a 5.5 out of 10 because it's all right. It's all right. Whatever. Anyway, as always, thanks for watching, and take care. Until next time, see ya. Oh yeah, later. Uh-huh.